Hey, Tom.
Hey, Wayner, rainy day in beautiful river,
It's horrible out there.
but I'll tell you what, we thought we'd do a show quicker. We just did our show Monday. We thought the fans, the area, our listeners, God bless all 80s, but me and you, we need to laugh a little bit here.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
What's been going on with our teams? I mean,
Wait a minute, but shout out to our new sponsor.
Oh,
What was that?
Anus
Anus
and Andy Insurance Company. I forgot. They're backing us now, and God bless them, right?
Well, I nobody understood. We don't get any hits, so God
No.
bless them. But I think Anus and Andy are trying to build a reputation across like Salino and the
Well,
other.
they are,
areas.
and we also have Lune, a product that's out there, a little pinch between the cheek and bum,
and taint.
takes away that smell. Now, I've never been with a young lady or an older lady that had a problem with an anal smell. I think I'd go elsewhere. But hey, Lune wants to back us. We'll take the cash.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I hate to say it, Tom, but I'm in need of a little loony.
I think we all need a little Lune.
Now and then.
But yeah, some recent changes. Sean fired Dorsey, and we got Joe Brady now taking over as offensive coordinator.
Is he one of the Brady bunch?
He isn't, but and he's not from the Brady tree either.
No.
But it's the funny thing. It all boils down to this thing right here.
Was that a pigskin?
What's the rock?
The Rock.
The pigskin, the ball. There's all different names for it, but Dorsey wasn't doing enough to disguise the movement of this ball. Okay.
Right.
Brady, from what we've heard from our local
Gendarmes?
gendarmes, is that he puts people in motion,
No.
and putting people in motion allows this ball to get down the field to him.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me that if like the back or a wide receiver or tight end goes behind the offensive line and comes up to the line like in motion, that will change things
It's going to change things. Also,
dramatically
it will change the separation
of church and state,
church and state, which
Okay.
is
which is
unruly
Diggs
right
in
now.
a corner. Yeah. Okay.
Right. It's a jet. We got to be careful now because we never know what our brothers from Oz is going to be doing next. But to disguise the usage and the movement
Of this ball.
of this ball or rock, okay?
Okay. We've
There's
been
been
through
some
that.
serious problems with it, and we're having a hard time moving it. The guy in Houston is
You.
having no problem moving this
No age.
up and down the field with basically no weapons. We've heard now that weapons. We've never drafted a wide receiver to give Josh the weapons he needs.
That he needs. Yes.
Me personally, we talked about it before our show Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
I think now, in a little bit of seriousness here, now with Sean cutting or letting Leslie Frazier go, and now Dorsey, his head's on the block next.
Yeah.
Sean, I don't get the your defense, and they played well, and the defense with all the guys they're missing has done well, but again, they let us down when we needed to stop.
When we needed it, we didn't get it. No?
New England game, although there was a penalty in this game too. But when you allow yourself to be in that situation, well, one stop, and I don't know. And again, our offense is the woes. We all know that.
Yeah.
But let's not take the D off the hook. I wonder if
Oh,
49.
special teams too.
I wonder if 49 would have broke up that inside shuffle pass after he saw it the first time. But we'll never know now.
Tom, it was disguised. That's why we couldn't see it.
Gotcha.
You just said it yourself, but then you're not listening.
Special teams. Special teams with Sam Martin. We had a punter here that could flip the field, but apparently we can't bring him back.
He grabbed some nipple.
But
I think it was his own, but
is the season
Wow.
over for the Bills? I don't know. Something's wrong. I think seriously, maybe a psychiatrist should be brought in.
absolutely. Now, Josh, tell me what you think of when you see no motion, nobody to throw to, you don't run. Tell me what you
Well,
think.
what I thought was weird is
Yeah.
when they said, "Josh, what did you see on that play when you threw the pick there?" Great. Great. No. The
No,
play.
shot,
Oh,
shot.
great. No, I don't know what it is, guys. In all sincerity,
Are you being sincere?
I'm being sincere. Bills fans,
Oh,
Buffalo fans, we deserve better, guys. What happened to one heart, one beat, stronger together, ring around the Posey, pocket full of Posey, all that stuff. One together, one team, one lung.
I think it was a marketing campaign. Huh?
Now we have some What's the word, Wayner? Get me through this.
Okay.
Adversity,
Adversity.
and now that crumbles.
Yeah.
Bra's got to get out of there.
Right.
I don't want to talk to the press. It's crumbling. The window's closing. No, we got a little adversity here. Are we going to be big boys and do something about this? Or are we just going to blame each other and run around? Right? I mean,
Exactly. Well, pull up your big boy pants. For those of you that have on the team that have, for whatever reason, stop talking and saying it's on me, it's on me, it's on me, and make something happen.
we'll learn. We'll learn from this.
Yeah, keep learning.
Guys, it's a simple game. Nobody's doing anything with this that other teams are saying. The
Oh
hell
my
did they
God!
just do there?
What was that?
At least I hope not. I think we went through that maybe with the Sunspot Babe Dick Duran era.
Yeah.
But going back to Dick Duran, at the end of that game when they rushed our field goal coverage team out there,
Yeah.
and we had too many guys, and of course it's wide. to the
Wide right, but then the second one.
is down the middle. Why in the name of God are we rushing people out at the last second? All right, first off, he said in his post-game press conference,
Mhm.
Sean,
Johnny.
we practiced that. We practiced from going from dime to field goal block. All right, guys, maybe it's time, like we've said before, go home,
Yeah.
get a nice home-cooked dinner,
Sleep with the
and go
wife.
night-night.
Sat on the couch. Well, today in the Athletic, they talked to a couple guys who were ex-GMs and ex-coaches around the league, and they all said, "You don't do that. You know ahead of time. If you know ahead of time, like because there was 3 timeouts before that, then you get the guys you want out there for the field goal block. You know it's coming." And he did that in the first half.
I'm legally blind in 40 states, illegally blind in the rest.
Okay.
And I think 2 provinces and districts of whatever.
Yeah.
But I
Puerto
was
Rico?
saying to
Puerto Rico?
myself,
Hey man, you're blind out here.
I says,
I says it.
just make sure Shaq Lawson's on the field because he had blocked one earlier.
And
He asked
Russo
one
and-
earlier to see- and get your taller guys in.
Epinesa.
Why are we rushing everybody out there for the kick when they might not kick it because they had missed before?
I'm pretty unhappy. But anyway, that's the way we lose in this town. Throw the 12th man on the field as the era of wide right, just give it to him. You just keep going. 13 seconds. It just keeps going.
It's we said it before our game. We thought the way the NFL's refed,
We called the close
thought it
game.
was gonna be
We
a
thought
close
they'd
game.
win, but we said close game, and the refs will involve themselves.
and they do.
And they did.
I watched an old clip Sunday, and I might have said it on the last show. and if
You
I
did, so don't repeat yourself.
It was a lot
My
better
God.
football back in the '80s.
My God, the 80s.
But,
Come on, you living in the past? Jesus.
We deserve better. We deserve better. And and Terry Pagula needs to shut the door and have a staff-only meeting and say, guys, what am I getting for my buck here?
What am I getting for my
Let's
buck?
go. And as far as the window closing, I disagree with that because Josh Allen's a pretty talented quarterback,
Oh,
right?
Josh
And
Allen.
as long as we have him,
One of the best that ever lived.
they have in that mile-high shithole Russell Wilson, who's like 90 now. I don't know how old he is. They believe they can win a Super Bowl with him. I think we can win one with Josh Allen too.
Exactly right. By the way, our offensive line has been great this year. All the Spencer Brown hate, all that stuff. This offensive line, not only are they together, all 5 again through week whatever this is now, 11. They are freaking good.
Yeah, and they're big, they're strong, and they are doing a nice job. And it comes down to Josh. Will a different look at this help? Why wasn't it done during the weeks? I mean, why? Not what was Joe on there going like, Sean? I wouldn't have done that.
I wouldn't have done it. Sean,
I
you
don't
can't-
want to say anything. Kind
I
of.
don't want to say anything. I love Ken, but you got to go in motion, and we got to stop forcing the run on the RPOs. It's just me.
Separation.
Just
and,
me.
Yeah, we got this. I watched Russell Wilson just flick and flock the ball down the field, and why can't we do it? But yet you listen to the shit radio station we have here, and they talk about the deeper ball and throw the ball here. I guess you could have checked off. What's wrong with checking off and maybe having a guy miss a tackle?
No, that's wrong. And I'll tell you what. You know what's important about GR55? You know what's important? Pretty soon is the turkey draft.
Oh yeah, and you're
And
right.
where does the green bean casserole line up?
Right. I think cranberry sauce is totally overrated.
Yeah, I think it sucks.
But I don't get their crap. They've had 2 press conferences now yesterday with Brady, and the day before was McDermott, and we're going to break away from that right now to pay some bills.
Yeah.
They can't stay.
Flagship station can't stay with a live press conference. I just wait. I wait till it's over, and then I go into the apps, not
probably-
GR, but the Bills or Saber app, and I watch it live or I watch it tape because it's frustrating as hell. And GR, you can't hear the questions.
No.
Or at least when you go to the app and see it, they actually have a closed caption. You know what the hell was asked.
Yeah, I don't get it, and all this stuff. But I just say, guys, you know, we brought up the Bandits here before, and it's a different sport. It's a sport in their own thing, them against them. And look what they did. Those guys kept fighting till they won it all. They lost 2 years. They had a heartbreak game 3 loss. 2 years with COVID. Then they came back, another game 3 loss, and they kept working till they won. No surprise that it was a sold-out place the other day to see them practice and have a scrimmage game. They win. And Bills, you got to start winning, guys. Bring it up. Let's go. Josh, run the goddamn football when you got
On the
on
ball.
the field.
Everybody. The other thing is they talk to a lot of defensive coordinators who won't give their names because they don't want to give it away. But they're saying we can now defend Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills because he's trying to stay in the pocket, and there's really no threat of run like he used to.
And I don't get what genius
Came up with that.
ordering Chinese said, look, here's what we're going to do. That's his game.
That's it. Well, let's keep him healthy. Yeah, we all love that. That makes sense.
And he's hurt anyway.
But he's hurt anyway.
And
however, you've
Listen.
you basically cut your nose off to spite your face. It's terrible.
It's time to get
Zach Wilson touchdown.
it's time to get a psychiatrist involved or something and say, listen, Josh, we just don't want you hurdling the tight end.
That's all.
Or the linebacker or safety. All right.
Picked
Sabres.
off. Sauce Gardner.
Well, don't be surprised if you don't see the Bills come out and run against them. Teams are running against the Jets.
They are, and I'll tell you what. Let me shout out a couple before we go to the Sabres. First of all, Lenvell Joseph, what an animal! Yeah, he's not going to pass rush for you, but he has shut down the run. And Rasul Douglas is a hell of a cornerback. That was a good
It
move.
was a good trade. But we've got to do more to get weapons for Josh. But anyways, go ahead with your
Weapons, yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, so we got Benny and the Jets here. They're going to show all telecast. Thank God I'm working. I don't have to see it. We're going to see Aaron Rodgers with the headphones on and the camouflage. And then if they beat us, by the way, I think we're going to really struggle against that D. I don't think we figured it out in 4 years. But anyway, I think we should beat them. But my God, only because Zach Wilson and that offense stinks. But we're going to see him in the headphones. And then afterward, they're going to say, you're going to read it somewhere that he's saying he'll make it back. He'll be back for the playoffs.
He will walk onto the field in early December, and herbal and Chinese cure, whatever the hell they're going to use on him, he'll be back, and you've never seen that. Because we've got to have a winner in that mistake by the ocean.
Okay, you want to talk the Glorious Sabres?
Run against the Jets.
You want to run against them?
Run.
What, the Rock?
Run the ball against them.
Here's what I say. Under center, regular formation, hand off the Rock. We walk down the field on them. The RPOs are taking too long, and there's a guy standing right next to the running back when he gets it. I'm not saying that can't work. A lot of people use it. Whatever we do with our offensive line and everything, we're struggling with it. Just get under center.
One other thing on Josh or Sean, the benching of Cook because he fumbled, that hurt the offense for a half.
Oh my God!
All right,
just horrible.
Now they're saying that they also sat Deion Hardy after he ran a really bad route, but Josh shouldn't have thrown that ball. Yeah. Hardy ran the wrong route. He cut it long. Whatever he did, Josh, don't throw that there. You had guys open over here.
Yeah, you did. And he didn't run the wrong route. He just, instead of the sharp cutback he was supposed to, he rounded it out.
And the playbook here, we know, is very difficult to understand.
Why?
Nigene Himes is still trying to learn.
You know what he's doing? He's sitting there like this, and he's doing the legs and stuff. Right. And he's got a little, those music things they put music on? He's got the playbook, and he's like staring at it.
It's very difficult to understand.
He's not ready.
But the bottom line is, apparently he was sad after that too. I don't know. One other thing on Sean in the game, and then we'll move on. Why are we kicking off short to that guy that does a great job with them returning kicks?
Was it Mims, the best?
What are we doing, Sean? I mean, stop it. It's easy.
They outthink themselves.
Easy. Sabres. Of course, now Tage is down. and that's going to be month to month.
Yeah.
Tuck's been out.
What they've said, by the way, so you know, is that month to month, but should be back by the beginning of the year. So you're looking at 4 to 6. I don't know. I think I'm a little more sour on what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing the effort. I'm seeing the injuries pile up. I told Pete today, and I'm going to put it on. It's going to be documented here. Sabres don't make the playoffs, and the Bills. He thinks they're going to win 6 games to go to 11-6. And I said, no shot in hell. But that's me. And I, by the way, I hope those things come true.
Right.
But I'm sick of buying hope.
Well, now we see that Burrow went down, and other teams maybe will get some injuries due to level of playing field. Anything's possible.
Yep.
I really want to see this offense start playing again like we know they can. And that, to me, if that happens, we could win 5 or 6 in the last 7 games
Well, if you play
easily.
if you play like you played in that Miami game or against Washington, of course you could. But man, some of the teams were playing.
I just don't know, but let's see. I've seen those teams we're playing struggle against some of the teams we've played.
It's true.
And so anything's possible, but we got to get this fixed. And I want to see the team back together instead of this. Seems to be. It's easier to run and hide.
Splintering.
Let's go. When the
The-
tough gets going, the tougher should get tougher or whatever.
When the going gets tough, the tough gets going.
That's right.
And I'll
That's
tell you
what-
another thing. By the way, I guess looking at all the stats and everything, because I like to look at them, it does. The eyeball really tells you. We did much better as an offense against Denver than the half-breed did with Kansas City. They were horrible that day.
No, and by the way, Denver has, since that embarrassment against Miami, has done a really nice job against teams.
Yeah, they have defensively.
But the other thing with Sean, I'm sorry, it's popping in. Let's get Elam on the field when he's healthy and see what the kid can do.
Yeah, he's down.
Stop
I
the
think
games.
this is game 3 or 4. So we got. Hey, look, you got to see what you got, and what better place to play them against some good teams coming up.
The Sabres, real quick, they're hanging around, but with me, with the eye test with them, I don't like the effort.
I don't either.
And this owner, who gets blasted every time he turns around somewhere.
Yeah.
Why
Why isn't he talking?
Needs to shut that door and say, look, I gave you guys all guaranteed contracts here. I had faith in you. What are you giving me back for my buck here?
Maybe he goes into the locker room, stands on the logo, and throws the ropes. What do you think?
Right. Well, all I know is, we had, well, I'll get on that in a second. But the effort, especially at home, I don't get it. And maybe that same one Buffalo psychiatrist could sit down with these guys.
What is your problem down at the arena? What can't you
the
do?
fancy. Stop the crap. Just skate. That's what you're here for. You're paid for you got a coach that is putting you in a place where you can succeed. But do that. We
Do what you're
standing
supposed to
4
do.
guys along the blue line and we're dumbfounded by that?
Yeah, Tom, that's never been shown before. Like when you're on the power play and they're standing up at the blue line, I personally have watched since I was 6.
And
I've never seen it.
You hear these guys that are so quick to say, fire Granato. No. The players here, guys.
It's time. You got all your 7, 8, 9, $10 million contracts.
And guys,
Let's go.
you're not taking anybody by surprise anymore. All right? You're getting everybody's best goalie, and you're getting everybody's effort. And now, are you going to be? I think getting that, there's going to be a little transition, but I'd like to see a better effort. You can't coach
Consistently.
effort.
You can't.
And I don't think you have to bring in some guy that screams
No.
and benches. Some effort, fellas. They go on the road
And we had towards.
and they play a really solid game. And, the refereeing in the NHL is horrible, just like the NHL, but it's for everybody that way. But, guys, and goaltending, we got to get a little better there, obviously.
Yep.
I think we're starting to see something out of UPL. Why didn't they trade for somebody? I think they did try to trade for somebody.
And there were guys that wanted 5 years, $8 million contracts.
Right. And that one guy is still where he started off being anyway, right?
Bo coached hockey.
Yeah, he did.
Bo.
Sabres, Bills, let's go. And
My friend's kids woke up dead
Bo was mistaken as a Jew once and he was harassed.
at Columbia. Oh,
But,
I never went to Columbia. I lied.
But Bills, Sabres, the fans of Buffalo deserve better right now with effort. All right? And get their heads out of their asses. Let's go.
Yep.
Alarming to me, politically, I know, roll the eyes and we don't want to hear it. Well, I can't believe that young people in this country are actually supporting Hamas. And now Bin Laden, he might have had a point. These are sadistic Satan asswipes.
Who's trying to basically end the world of Christians. And
I think
Jews.
it was who was it that said it?
Arlo Guthrie?
No, it was famous guy. Was it wasn't Lincoln? Might have been. Was it
Roosevelt?
Patrick Moynihan? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Right?
There you go. Yeah.
The Jews are our friends, right? Well, the travesty that's going on over there. Well, no, I'm done with Hamas. They're cowards, and they won't come out and fight. They hide, and people on these grounds, these campuses, threatening people and stuff. But this is what's happened under this
I got a way
Hussein-like
I got a way to fix it.
administration.
You pull all federal funding, unless all that is stopped on campuses. All federal funding.
I totally
Hold
agree.
them down.
And if they're so proud of what they're doing, why do they wear masks and stuff to cover their? Because we don't get hired. But this is invading our country. There's no American pride anymore, and they want to kill us. And these young girls out there going, it's genocide or baby killers. There's baby killers in this country. They just passed a law in Ohio, kill a baby at birth. So I mean, the hypocrisy is running rampant here.
We got problems then.
And it's really disappointing. And our Attorney General flies the beautiful river to sue Pepsi-Cola because Pepsi bottles are being found in the water. Now, I didn't watch it. I don't know what water she was talking about.
I can fill you in. So it was a photo op. So Letitia James, what you like to call what, a man in a dress?
I'm not gonna get there right now.
I said it. Man in a dress. She comes down and she's standing next to all the Buffalo politicians and that overbite piece of shit that now wants to be a congressman, Kennedy. And they're standing down there, and the Buffalo River is polluted. Yeah, we know. So instead of let me before we get to what she wants to do, why don't we fine everybody $1,000 when they throw a pop bottle or a bag of garbage in the Buffalo River? But instead, she found out that 22% of the bottles somebody took out of the Buffalo River were Pepsi-Cola products. Therefore, they're suing Pepsi-Cola. Now,
how that lawsuit would even
if that actually gets in front of a judge or a jury, I've lost faith.
She's the Attorney General who now is going after Trump for overvaluing his property. By the way, have you seen home prices in this area lately? But going after him for that, which really isn't any criminal crime. If anything, it might be unethical.
Yeah.
But no one was hurt in it. And now Pepsi, yet New York City is ravaged with crime. And is anybody being put in the way there?
Yeah. They're going to put a guy away that helped the woman but used the gun to do it.
Right. He stopped a beating on the New York subway. He pulled his gun out and fired the shot in the air. The guy ran away. They arrested him, and the girl said, I'm so glad he helped me, but why a gun?
Why a gun?
Because they're loaded with fentanyl and drugs on you. You can't just stop them. And if you do, you go to jail.
Ma'am, you were going to get molested. This guy helped you, and now he's in jail. There's something wrong. It's broken. And somebody asked about Coca-Cola. She goes, well, there wasn't as many Coca-Cola bottles.
It's because they're woke.
And somebody in the background said, well, they're a lefty company. That's not it at all. I'm not taking any of this.
No, they're big supporters of Soros and the Democratic Party, and they're woke. And that's why Pepsi was targeted, guys. You can all laugh and say, well, it's better for the Buffalo River if that's out of there.
Absolutely.
True.
But you don't.
But there's everything in that Buffalo River. And by the way, I saw a family the other day going through the traffic circle here and throw their entire bag of garbage of McDonald's out.
All the time.
Are we suing McDonald's?
Tom, it's ridiculous that okay, PepsiCo, they're a giant company, they make money. Okay, so you find a bottle. Again, I can't use the analogy I used with you, but the bottom line is it's absurd.
It's not for the betterment of the planet. It's for evil and to fight back and for power. That's why she's doing it.
I mean, Scott towels. Okay, you wipe up a couple things, you make a mistake, you flush them down the toilet, and your sewer backs up. We got to sue Scott towels.
It's absurd if Scott's not woke.
Right.
It's totally absurd, and we're paying a lot of money as taxpayers for our recycling.
Oh, really? My taxes went down incredibly, like half.
We're taking a lot of. I know everybody takes their cans and bottles back.
Right.
So where are they going, and how they ended up in the water? Maybe some of these cameras that we have everywhere could find out who's throwing the stuff in there, and we might be surprised.
I don't think I'll be surprised. I think it's going to be
Mona. That's what I mean.
Yeah, listen, it's a disgrace that she was down there on a sunny, beautiful afternoon, and there's Kennedy trying to get Higgins' spot. And by the way, Higgins is one of the best Democrats I know. He helps vets. He gets money for this area, and now we're going to get
And by the way,
a Kennedy in there.
a
Oh,
guy
God
we
help us.
both have voted for.
Yes, I have. And again, people say, "Oh, you're done." No,
No.
I voted for Democrats. I actually voted for Schumer about 10, 12 years ago when
I
he was
did
human.
too. And remember, most important thing,
beautiful.
why did Higgins leave
It's a beautiful one.
Congress? Or
He said,
Senate?
He said, no, it's Congress.
Congress.
He said it was dysfunctional. He goes, you can't even work within the confines of it.
And why is it dysfunctional? They're protesting for Hamas.
In
An insurrection in Washington the other day. And you know something? How many arrests? They blocked the Democratic headquarters.
Yep, one arrest.
They spray painted. They destroyed our monuments and stuff. One person's arrested.
Uh,
Guys, am I the only one seeing this?
They were pepper sprayed. They pepper sprayed police. They hit police, and one person was arrested. Everybody else was just said, "Go on your way." I mean, this is absurd.
Yeah, we
it
have
was
people
violent.
from January 6th still in jail. Everybody
Yeah.
that have
Well-
never gotten a court date.
And the ones that have are given 10 and 20-year sentences.
Right.
Tom, people are murdering people and getting 5 years in parole.
Well, here's the thing. The guy, the what's the Coinbit, the Bit
Oh,
guy.
Bitcoin, yeah.
They found him guilty now. He's getting his sentencing. They say he could get up to 100 years in
100
prison.
years,
All right, people fell for it. It was wrong. But
Mhm.
100 years, the guy just murdered somebody the other day and got 25 to life.
Yeah, I'm stunned. You know, what we don't understand, Tom, is that the guy that committed fraud and stole money from people is a white man who
It's happening.
was using the power of college and all the good he was able to get as a white man against everybody else. Whereas the poor black soul who killed somebody, that's not,
By the way,
it's our fault.
In some places, locally here, and I'm not going to name names and give up a source, they're stopping Christmas. They're not celebrating Christmas.
Oh my God.
In Wisconsin, and a couple places in Wisconsin, they're stopping Christmas.
Well, that's because if you go right above Minneapolis, well, that's Minnesota, but if you go above those areas, that's nothing but Muslims, so they don't care.
It used to be in God we trust, everybody else go to hell, but guys are getting away from it. You go to these prisons, you can't dare step on one of these rugs where a man will pray in a prone position, which I probably couldn't get out of after 2 minutes, and pray and then go throw feces in a guard's face. I don't know what religion is that, but I don't want it here.
No, I don't.
But it's scary, guys. But anyways,
Go Bills, go Sabres. Tonight, Sabres at Winnipeg, 8 o'clock on your dial. Can we win a game and turn this around?
Guys,
start putting them together.
it's tough right now, but you got to laugh and find a little humor in it. And will we ever win? I don't know. I use it. I think you're starting to use it as a family event. We get together. Was I disappointed the other night?
We
But
cry,
I just hope. I have a lot of faith in Brandon Bean and Kevin Adams.
Yeah.
In Bean's case, don't let it go too long if the problem is higher than the OCs and DCs and whatever. Don't let it go too long.
Yeah. Well, look,
You know?
bro. I had a bro the other night. Bro, he was hammered out of his mind. Kept bouncing around in the different seats in the clubs. And I finally asked for his ticket. He said, I got it, bro. I got it. And he didn't have shit. And he was let go.
Now, the fans deserve better. We deserve a better effort. And come on, Josh, let's go. Let's get fired up. Hopefully the switch with Joe Brady will do something. I just think maybe there's more meddling coming from above him, but we'll see, right?
Well, a lot of people are saying that. A lot of the national people are saying that McDermott's got way too many fingers in everything.
Well,
and then he fires people that he's got fingers in.
And Brandon Bean, you got to step in.
He's got to see it. Yep.
Use the old Jimmy Page song. Every time they plant a seed, kill it before it grows. I think he's got to step in and do that.
Jimmy Page?
Jimmy Page.
Of Led Zeppelin?
I think so, right? He sang that.
No, that was.
Every time you plant a seed, kill it before he grows.
That was I Shot the Sheriff by Eric Clapton, I
Oh, that's okay. That version. There's that version too.
think. Or was it John Paul Jones, the bassist for Led Zeppelin?
It could have been. But guys, find some humor in it. It's disappointing.
I had a laugh.
Life rolls on, and we gotta just. turn
More
this thing
important things,
around.
guys. Family.
There is.
We got Thanksgiving coming up in 6 days.
Oh yeah, we do.
We might be under 7 feet of snow, but hey,
Unless
we'll
they
get
stop
there.
Thanksgiving, because that was a sign when
Oh,
we
that-
stole the land from the
Indians.
Indians.
Everything. I want it all stopped. Everything.
We might have to, and
No
maybe
history.
give it all back.
What's that old thing about? Don't get rid of history. Learn from it. No, get rid of it all.
Change it all.
Change it all.
Tear down monuments. Only thing is keep Fentanyl Floyd up. because that was a travesty what happened there.
I told Chi. I said, Chi.
From the river and to the sea. It's a famous. What they did there is stole that from a Christmas Carol. To Gremler's house we go. That's wrong for them to do that.
I was tired.
From the river and to
I'm
the
the
sea.
president of the United States. So just shut up, right?
You know.
So I told Chi, the fentanyl's got to stop. I probably shouldn't say this, but in Delaware, because I lived there, my two friends, the kids woke up dead.
They woke up dead. That came from his mouth, and he also said
They did Chi.
the Hamas attacked and killed, beat up, raped people alive. They killed people alive.
Alive. When you kill people alive, I'll tell you what. One last thing, Lester. Ready? I'm Lester Holt. So he talked yesterday to Blinken, who was blinking like a madman, and he said, "Do you really have enough proof to show that they have these series of tunnels and everything under the hospital with weapons?" And he goes, "Yeah, we're finding AK-47s all over the place with ammunition." He goes, "But do you really know that it's their headquarters?"
It's all fake. It's all
come
staged.
on.
We know now that Israel, the TV shows went in and staged all that. The woman that got dragged off on a motorcycle
It was all-
and beaten up, they found her dead in one of the tunnels.
No, they didn't, Tom. She was from Hollywood. She was an actress. They
It's all
grabbed her by
actresses.
the hair.
But phenomenal news out of the summit in the freshly clean streets of San Francisco. Remember that show with the guy with the lollipop? Streets of San Francisco?
No, that was Kojak in New York.
Freshly clean. We are now getting. I'm sorry, it breaks me up.
You okay?
We had the meeting. We're getting 2 pandas, Washington Zoo.
Oh my God! And they just left, and everybody was crying. Now we got pandas.
We got pandas again.
God
and
bless Chi.
She has promised to look into and curb fentanyl.
Oh, thank God.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Chi. 90% of fentanyl comes from China. Please stop
He's
it.
gonna curb it. Oh, thank God.
Here's how you curb it. Shut the border
Kill it before it grows.
Yeah, all right, but
Check the album out.
yeah,
Love yous all. Keep smiling, keep laughing, and
yeah. Keep laughing. Don't.
it's got to get better. Can't get any worse. If it does get worse, we draft something better.